What are some of the other things you've seen that maybe surprised you with bioflavonoids, and whether it doesn't have to be specifically in crops, animals?
One of the ones we opened an office in India last year, and as we talked about it, flavonoids being a sanitizer. Flavonoids, I don't know if anybody saw in some of the research during COVID that flavonoids actually are a fairly good defense against viruses. And the way they work is that they specific types of flavonoids, and they attach to the virus and render the virus inert. It's like basically tying an anchor to them so they can't function, or binding them up, and so they can't multiply, replicate, or infect when they've got a flavonoid stuck to them.
So cool.
Like Velcro. And I'm being very basic here, but that's not the biological scientist, or a microbiological scientist, or virologist. Is that the word?
Sure.
Anyway, so...
One of those, for sure.
So that was some of the research that was sort of shown during COVID, but we've seen some of that before, which is part of the reason why we're trying to develop a sanitizer product with, or a fungicidal antimicrobial product with. So we do have a disinfectant that we developed, which is a surface disinfectant, and it's being used. It's because it's so safe and non-toxic. It's made from all plant matter, so the flavonoids are part of plant matter, and there's some other ingredients in it that come from the plant, and from plants, and so we had that being used in some dairies to do some sanitation work in India. And there's a disease going through cows at the moment across Asia, Africa and Asia, called lumpy skin disease, which is quite an horrific disease for the cows. And it has a mortality rate of around 60% or something like that. And it starts in their blood system and causes these viral lumps. They look like the cow swallowed a bag of marbles. But once it gets into their internal organs, it kills them. And so that's a virus, actually. It's caused by a virus. And oddly enough, without asking us, they decided to wash a cow with our product to see whether it would kill the virus, because they've seen the results that we killed COVID. We actually have clinical results that it killed COVID, not in a person, but on a surface. So I figured, when they told me, I said, that's not going to work. We can kill it on a hard surface, but killing it inside a cow, inside the bloodstream, it's never going to happen. Well, it worked. And I went, well, okay, one cow, that's not conclusive. Remember the 60%? He was probably part of the 40%, that cow, or she was. And so, of course, they ignored me again and went off and sent it to a quarantine centre that had 32 infected cows. Because it spreads within the herd if they leave it there. So if there's one infected, they send it off to a quarantine centre. And because cows, if people don't know, cows are very sacred in India, so they won't put it down because it's got the disease, but they'll keep it alive as much as they can. They'll treat it and they'll try and rescue it. Anyway, they washed all 32 cows with L4. It's our product, Ozsan, and they all recovered. And so we went, okay. And so then it went off to clinical trials, and it's in clinical trial at the moment in live animals, and it's in. We did the in vitro trials, so it's been tested and approved actually in India quickly because it's such a big disease. Veterinary, the government agencies over there fast-tracked an approval for its use under certain conditions at the moment. But
unbelievable.
Yeah,
a topical. Well, I mean, obviously there's more to it, but a presumed topical sanitizer.
Yeah. So we worked out that the flavonoids are able to. They get into the plant. We wear a foliar spray, so they go into the leaves, and then we know that they don't go through the stomata. They don't go like typically through openings in the stomata and stuff like that. The flavonoids actually move through the cells on the surface. So that's what they're doing. They're going through the skin, into the bloodstream, and then they're moving around. And the thing about when they kill the virus, it doesn't destroy the flavonoid. So the flavonoid just goes and hunts for another one.
Serious.
So so the flavonoids just move around inside the bloodstream. And so
incredible.
That's what we're trying to prove at the moment. So I'm speaking a little bit ahead of the clinical trial results, but that's the results we've been seeing.
Gosh. That's
and we've been doing work with mastitis as well. So
serious. Okay, so basically, are you washing the udder?
Teat wash.
Teat wash. Wow, that would be.
Yeah, and it seems to be working really well. And again, we've got all these photographs of these cows being cured, and we've been showing them to scientists over there, and they're going, how does that work? The infections on the inside of the teat, how washing the outside, we're going, well, don't, coming to you because you're the scientists. You're the veterinary scientists. We just know it works. And then so when we've gone out and actually done that proof, that's actually passed its clinical trials.